I'm here at Avionté
Mhm.
CONNECT 2026 in Minneapolis with Michelle Harbarcuk, President of the Western Division and EVP of Operations at Verstela. Verstela is one of the largest industrial staffing firms in the country, and you came up through the ranks as, directors at branches for over a decade. Verstela has gone through a lot of change in
Yes.
an incredibly short amount of time. Sure, it came with a lot of challenges and opportunities along the way. As the person who's leading operations
Mhm.
through this whole change, what's been the hardest part of keeping everything running smoothly?
Yes, it has been a lot of change, bringing two large 40-year companies together, rebranding to Verstela. We both had our own brand names for a very long time. New technology, new ATS. That's why I'm here at Avionté CONNECT. So lots and lots of change. And I think probably the hardest thing for me was really trying to make sure that we kept a stable and consistent culture while bringing in innovation and change. So, really looking at the decisions that we're making when we're making them and how we're implementing them. So that way our staff feels as though the company's taking care of me, giving me a value add tool.
What are some of the challenges you ran into that made you realize that culture was going to be the glue that held everything together?
Sure. I think anytime that you are bringing and merging two different cultures, two companies together, it's going to be at the forefront. But really, at the end of the day, when we dissected our culture, it came back to our mission statement of success stories created daily. And we were able to feed that through the greater organization, even as a whole, to really ensure that we're taking care of talent, taking care of clients, and taking care of the internal staff. And so, as we kept that in the forefront, the success stories, I think our team got more inspired to say, okay, how can I take these changes and still help my community, help my talent, help each other?
So now that you are at that scale and kind of collecting those success stories daily, what are you now able to offer clients that you weren't able to before that you're
Yeah.
most excited about?
One thing that I'm really excited about is for years we had clients saying, hey, can Verstela help me in X state? And we didn't want to commit to something that we couldn't truly deliver on. And now we get to say yes. So we've built out our enterprise accounts team and our national accounts team to be able to serve throughout the country. And so just to see the expansion of the partnerships with our clients, how excited they are to be able to bring us into different facilities, I think that's been one of the most fun things to watch grow, just the impact that it's been able to have on our clients and then the organization as a whole.
So let's talk a little bit about the strategy
Yeah.
behind a lot of these things. You know what lands with a recruiter versus what
Yes.
sounds really good in a demo. So when a new tool gets rolled out across your organization or across a branch, what separates the ones that your recruiters actually adopt versus that start to go stale?
Yeah, I think there's two things. I think one, as we all know, does it add value, right? So if it's not going to help them get results, help them deliver to their talent, help them deliver to their clients, they're not into it. And if they are, they're only into it for a short amount of time. The other piece is ease of use. So we really try to make sure that as we're bringing on technology, we're bringing on new processes, that it's kind of embedded in their daily workflows. So that way they're not having to go to another platform, sign in somewhere else, do redundant work or double clicks. So really that's where I've seen the most value is technology that can be embedded in our current workflows and then get them faster, better results for their clients and talent.
And in industrial staffing, you obviously place really fast at a very high volume. Where does AI and technology genuinely help that? And where does it get in the way of the human side of what you do?
So I think I was, skeptical with all the AI buzz of like, well, we're in a people industry. We need the human touch. And I 100% believe that. And I think we do. But what I've really seen is the AI has created so much reach and efficiency. So that way we can lean into those human touch pieces even more. Just the ability to communicate with talent at mass, the ability to push workflows out all at once, where you had recruiters saying, I can only do as much as I can do one at a time, two at a time. I think where we've seen it maybe impact the human touch is when the recruiter says, hey, I'm going to let the tech do it from start to finish, and I'm not going to spot check or I'm not going to conversate with the talent, because the conversations we have with the talent give us everything we need to know about what's happening at the client site, what we need to adjust, trends that are going on, what they want.
What's been your biggest challenge adopting some of the new AI tools that are now embedded in your
Sure. I call it tech fatigue. So I think just the amount of change at the pace that it's coming. So as much as we try to make sure it's really easy and embedded in workflows, every time you're announcing something new, even if it seems like, hey, they don't really have to do anything different, it feels new. So I think that's been probably the biggest challenge is just really either pacing ourselves as an organization or trying to keep people in a place where they're open, excited, and they don't get that tech fatigue where they're like, oh, it's another new thing.
Sure, absolutely. So, what are you most excited about in the conversations that you're having here at Connect?
It's probably not too exciting to say, but I think just really hearing all the ways people are using AI, it's evolving overnight. So I think that we've been early adopters. Even here in Avionté, we are a company that's typically an early adopter. We test some of their features, but just to hear how other companies are taking the different tools, linking them together, creating new workflows, it's been really interesting already. And I know there's much more to come.
Are there any that you've heard that are honestly kind of mind blowing or something that you're like, cannot wait to get back on Monday and talk to my leadership team?
Actually, I was at a dinner last night with Whippy, and we are a Whippy client, so I'll put that out there. But just to see some of the product innovation and the new features they're putting on, I'm already like, "Ooh, okay, I got to start that. I got to start that. I got to start that." So yeah, I'm ready to get back already and get going on some of this.
That's awesome. So, a year from now, what do you think staffing firms will be doing differently than they are today?
It's kind of crazy. I've been in this industry for 20 years, and I always talk about the sophistication change in our clients, in our talent, just in the product that we deliver. And I think in a year, it's going to go just miles ahead as to what the clients want. So as far as compliance, quality of talent, retention, I think all these tools are helping us source and generate and screen. But I do think expectations are going to continue to increase on our client side, and we're going to have to use tools and the human touch to be able to deliver those results.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for sitting down with us here
Yeah.
today. It was wonderful talking to
Thanks
you.
for having me.